Hey everyone, and today I have a new video for you all. This time it's something a little bit different than what I usually do. I kind of wanted to talk about the Titanfall 2 trailer, the multiplayer trailer specifically, and it's a game that I'm very excited for because I really did enjoy Titanfall 1, and as you can see, we're just going to get right into it. And you see there was two new pilots looks right there, and now I'm not really before it kind of did have an influence in some shape or form, but your pilot's abilities will influence what your character looks like. So as you're seeing right now, you can see the bottom left corner shows what faction you're in. It shows your two abilities, the grapple hook, which is a new ability, which you will see at one point in the trailer. As you can see right there, that's also a new Titan in the bottom. That's called the Ion Titan. It looks like he is jumping into the second Titan, or that might just be the Ogre Titan from Titanfall 1, but that's another new look. So again, the new look does come from what your pilot has, and that is the Scorch Titan, which is the second Titan's main ability. That is called Flame Wave, which is a straight designated flame attack, which is very interesting to see. And in the bottom left corner of the screen, you can see some guns make them return. You see the car SMG, you see some new weapons. This is the also again, that was the Scorch Titan. It used one of its abilities, as I will go over that later in the video, but for starters we're just going over this. So you see the car SMG in play. There is some also, you see the other pilot going up there. You see some new movements, it looks like. So there's some new parkour movements there, and also that is another brand new pilot ability. That is called the Hollow Pilot, if I'm not mistaken. Sorry if I kind of bugged out there. And this is another ability, which is ordnance for another pilot. It's called the Anti-Grav Grenade, if I'm not mistaken. So it kind of just creates a little rift where they're stuck in place, and that is the Ion Titan core ability, the Ion Laser. Very interesting to see how that is. And as we're seeing, if I'm not mistaken, there might be another Titan, I don't know, or that might be the Scorched Titan. That might be a melee takedown of some shape or form that's brand new. That looks like a brand new grenade, a pulse grenade of some shape or form that shows where your enemy's location is, and followed by some more grapple hook gameplay. Very interesting to see that you could swing around and use it to your advantage, followed by a new gun, and from what it looks like, anti or grav stabilizers. I don't know, that does look like something that I wonder if that's going to be specific to pilots, or if that's going to be a ability that you will have to use. And again, in the bottom left corner, you can see the grapple hook on a character, another new gun, the Scorched Titan using his Flame Wave ability, and I'm not sure what that right bumper ability is. That might be something brand new. I'm pretty sure it is something new. Also, sliding is new. You saw that earlier in the trailer as well. And another pilot boarding his mech. Or a Titan, sorry, and it does bring back an original animation as well. So this is the first person view of the inside of the Titan. You see his two new guns, his splitter rifle, which is main weapon, his laser shot, which is a secondary ordnance weapon. Also, here is the Ion Titan's ultimates, and you saw once again the Scorched Titan's core attack as well. Also, you can see that they both ejected, and it's followed by a very cool scene of what you can do with the grapple hook, which is now you can grab enemy pilots and pull them towards you and perform a melee attack, which is very promising. And I'm super excited to be able to look over this with you all and go into more detail. And for the second part of the video, I wanted to go more in detail on what we're getting that's new, more I guess in depth of what I kind of talked about, but just to go over one or two things if I haven't covered it. So for starters, they have announced as of today, they've announced two new pilots, or not, I wouldn't say two new pilots, but they announced three new pilot abilities and the two new Titans that are being added to the game. So for starters, we will talk about the pilot new abilities, which are called tacticals. So this was in the previous game. I'm not sure if this is, I'm pretty sure this isn't specific. This is something that you could just equip, make a class out of. So for starters, we have what I just previously talked about. We have the grapple hook, we have the hollow pilot, and the pulse blade. So for starters, the grapple pretty much sounds exactly what you think it would be. It lets you swing around, lets you pull enemies close to you, lets you grab onto a ledge, grab onto enemy Titans, maybe even your own Titan. I'm not sure if I saw that at one point in the video, if they showed that, but it's very interesting to see that that is making some sort of gameplay dynamic. It's going to be good to see what you will be able to do with that. So again, we also will see the hollow pilot. As you saw previously, there was your friendly pilot was chasing a guy through a room, and he chased him into a dead end, which was another pilot sitting in a corner came behind him and used a CQC technique, which is a close quarters takedown. That looks like a new sort of assassination that you will be able to use as a pilot. It's very interesting to see that they're bringing these melee attacks into play. I'm pretty sure you will be there will be a contextual action of some shape of Sorry, some shape or form. I said sort for some reason, and it's cool to see that this is being a new mechanic of some shape or form. Again, I think this will be interesting to see. Maybe you'll be able to counter. I don't know. Probably won't be able to counter. That does seem a little bit complicated, but we also have the third ability, which is the Pulse Blade, which was probably equipped on one of these pilots at one time or another. I'm not sure. We didn't see it in action. It wasn't gameplay, but this is a melee attack. Don't really know how it goes down, but it also has a secondary function, which is matter of fact, that might have just been it right there. I'm unsure. We don't really know. They didn't really say much about it, but it shows a sonar pulse, which will show you nearby enemies and maybe Titans. AI. If AI is still a very big factor in the game, but for the second part of this, we have the 2 new Titans which are coming out, and these 2 new Titans look like something very, very interesting to me. There are 6 new Titans. I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure they combined the 3 extra, so we're gonna have 9 new Titans, or not 9, but 6 new Titans and the 3 original Titans. So for starters, we have the Scorched Titan, which is short for Scorched Earth. Its main abilities are both offensive. Well, sorry, its main abilities are both fire, so offensive and defensive. Its main abilities both have fire in mind, fire in the mid-center of what it can do. So for starters, its main weapon is a T203 thermite launcher. So it shoots a single thermite projectile, pretty much like a grenade launcher. Can set anything in its path ablaze. I'm not sure if this detonates on impact or if this detonates after impact. Not really sure. We didn't really see much like up close gameplay of it. We kind of saw more Ion Titan gameplay than anything. So it also has ordnance and a tactical ability, just like any other Titan in the game. I'm pretty sure these are specific to these Titans, though, as you can only pick these on these Titans. I'm pretty sure that's how it works. Otherwise, why would you show off these abilities and not make it exclusive to a Titan? It does seem a little odd, but its ordnance is called Firewall. Very self-explanatory. You think pretty much you know exactly what it is. It is a wall of fire, and it directs its way forward, if I think that's what it sounds like. So you pop the ability and it goes straight ahead, and it's like a little wall of fire, kind of like how you had the defensive wall in the previous game that you could shoot through but the enemy couldn't shoot through, but you both could pass through. So interesting to see how that will work. And followed by its tactical item, which is an incendiary trap. You shoot a flammable gas canister. So I think this will also be, I'm not sure if it explodes on impact, but you'll probably be able to explode this with your flame wall or your your primary weapon, or even your ultimate. You can probably shoot off a couple of these canisters, pop your ultimate, and maybe it'll amplify it, do some sort of extra damage in some shape or form. I think that might be a little trick to how you use your Titan core. I'm hoping that would be a thing, because that does sound really cool to me. So we also have its defensive ability, which is the Heat Shield. Pretty much what it does is it just liquefies enemy incoming attacks. So it also does damage to nearby enemies. I do not know how this looks. It does sound very interesting. It does seem like each Titan does have a defensive slot now instead of choosing what you want. It does have a defensive ability. I'm pretty sure in Titanfall 1, because I was playing earlier, but I pretty much just went into my Titans classes and did little things there, but they are emphasizing on keeping new abilities for new Titans. From what it looks like, I'm pretty sure you'll be able to customize, but for its main core, it's called the Flame Core, which you saw 2 or 3 times throughout that trailer. It's basically Titan slams its fist in the ground, a giant heat wave just goes forward. So again, I'm pretty sure you can amplify this with your your firewall or your incendiary traps. I'm very interested to see how that goes. So moving on to the second Titan, we have the Ion Titan, which does seem to be more of a tactical Titan compared to the Scorched Titan. Scorched Titan seems to be up in your face kind of secure a location, clear out the area type of Titan. But it has a main weapon, which is called the Splitter Rifle, which is a rapid single fire energy rifle with the ability to level sorry, I said level when I meant leverage. So it basically shoots a continuous energy wave, or if you choose to, you could shoot 3 deadly shots at once. So I think that you saw in the gameplay trailer, it shoots very interesting. I'm not sure if it arcs off into multiple targets, but it's something that I am interested in. It does look very cool. So it has its ordnance ability. The Ion's ordnance is the laser shot, which you saw at one point again when the pilot mounted the Titan. You see that at one point a pilot tries to jump on a Titan, he aims up in the sky, points the laser shot, and looks very accurate. I'm not sure how accurate, but it does look like it's going to be a weapon to kind of like an anti-pilot type of weapon. You know how they have anti-Titan weapons? It looks like something that's going to be very useful for that type of situation. So we have that. We also have its tactical ability, which is the tripwire, which is a laser-triggered explosive mine. I don't really know, or mines as it says, not really sure if this is plural or one. It does say mines, so I'm not sure if you shoot off 2 or 3 or just 1. They didn't really specify, but from the sounds of it, it does look very interesting that you can kind of hold off a certain location by putting these mines down, and I'm not sure if it's anti-Titan, anti-pilot, we will see. But for its defensive ability, it's an original ability is making a comeback. It's the Vortex Field, which was something that was very used, I feel, in Titanfall 1. It was very, compared to some of the other defensive abilities, this was something that was more useful because you could grab everything that's being shot at you, deflect it back at the enemy, and do damage to them. So it was very useful to use that compared to all the other abilities. And then we have the laser core, which you saw at 2 or 3 times during the trailer. Again, at one point the Scorched Titan demolishes the Ion Titan who's using his core, and then later on the Ion Titan does the same thing to the Scorched Titan. So very, very interesting to see how this is being played out. Very interesting to see these Titans and, you know, just what we'll be able to do. See the new Titans. I'm very interested to see what other pilot abilities coming out. From what it looks like, there's 3 that still haven't been announced. Again, there is a lot that hasn't been specified, a lot that has not been, I guess clarified is the best word for it, but we have new details, which is very interesting. I am excited to see when the beta happens, because they did say that they're doing a multiplayer test. So I hope you guys enjoyed the little video, and I hope it was informative. If it was, let me know, and if there's anything I can fix for you all, again, let me know in the comments. So I hope you all enjoyed the video.